Hello, this is Miss Hal. We're going to go over Module 1, Lesson 11 through 12 review for the progress check tomorrow. I'm going to go problem to problem just to help you review if you're really confused, so hopefully this video helps. It says, write an equation to express the product in standard form. You can draw disk in a place value chart to help you. It says you can, you do not have to. So if you were to use the disk, you can look at Miss Markham and what she did. So she drew 21 total dots because 7 times 3 is 21. So she drew 21 little dots. Then she looked at it and said, I can bundle twice because one bundle equals 10. So she took 10 dots and moved it over to the ones place value. And then she found there was another bundle, so then she bundled it again and moved it over. So now there's 2 ones and 1 tenth. If you just wanted to solve this, it says you can because it says you don't have to draw this. It says you can. So if I was just to solve this, I would do 7 times 0.3, and 7 times 3 is 21. We learned that if we're multiplying by tenths, our decimal is going to be in tenths. So if I count after the decimal, that's one place value. So I'm going to count from the right 1. And then my decimal would go right in between 2.1. So that's how you know where to put your decimal at. I know a lot of students are struggling with that, so just keep working on that. Okay, let's go over to B. So here, there's a lot of dots. We have 1.72. And we're multiplying by 4. So if you drew the dots, you would put all of your place values in. And I'm going to try to highlight that so you can see it. So there's our first copy. Here's our second copy. And then these two is our other copy. So if I take that red, I have to copy it 4 times. So that's what that is showing. Okay, so here's another copy. Oh, not that other two. There's another copy. Remember, there's a copy. Okay, and so on. So I would do that 4 times. Then we realized in the tens position, we can bundle. And then also over in the 100s column, we cannot bundle because there's only 8. 8 is less than 10, so we cannot bundle on that place value. But in the 1/10 position, we can bundle. So if we bundle it over, we then add 2 more dots because we have 2 more bundles. And you get 6.88. If we did that using the standard way, which you can, because it says you can, you would just do 1.72 times 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 7 times 4 is 28. Carry my 2. That's where they're bundling over in the tens position. 4 times 1 is 4. 5, 6. Now the decimal is going to go in a different spot, and it's not in the tenths. We've got tenths, hundredths, so it's probably going to go in the hundredth spot. So if I start over, I'm going to go tenths, hundredths. My decimal is going to go right here. 1, 2 spots after the decimal would be the hundredths place. All right, question number 3. It says complete the area model and find the product. So this one, they want you to use the area model. So if you use the area model, you're going to take this 3 and you're going to put it here, here, and they did it for you, all there. So this 3 is going to get multiplied by the ones position, the tenths position, and the hundredths position. Then we take this number. We figure out how many ones. There's 3 ones, 4 tenths, 5 hundredths. And then you just put it down to make an equation. And then we're going to solve. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. Now we're going to put our decimals in. 3 times 4 is 12, but it also says tenths. Well, I know tenths is 1 digit after the decimal, so I need to make sure I have 1 digit after the decimal, so that is why the decimal is there. Hundredths, there's 2 digits after the decimal, so that's why it's there. And then at the bottom, you can see Miss Markham added it up. So she said 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. 0 plus 2 plus 1 is 3. 9 plus 1 is 10. So she just took all three of these numbers and added them right here. And she got 10.35, and that is the correct answer. If you wanted to double check your work, which I highly suggest, you would do 3.45 times 3. 3 times 5 is 15. I'm going to carry the 1. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Do not bring down your decimal. We are multiplying. You can only bring down your decimal when we are adding and subtracting. Multiplying and dividing, there's a different rule. So we're going to count tenths, hundredths. I have 2 digits after the decimal. So I'm going to start from the right to the left, and I'm going to go 1, 2. So tenths is the 3. 5 is the hundredths position. My decimal would go right before the 3. And that is why it's 10 and 35. So we got the correct answer. If you notice that with the area model and the long multiplication, you can solve it and get the exact same answer. So maybe on your test, on your progress check tomorrow, I would double check. All right, now we are on the second page. So now we're on the second page. We have Miss Harris. It's a word problem. There is a word problem on the progress check, so be sure to study this one. Miss Harris wants to buy 3 gifts for her kids and some gum for herself. She has $30. If each gift costs $6.38, how much will she have left to buy her gum? So this question can be kind of confusing. There is a 2-step question. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to look at it and go, okay, one gift costs $6.38. If I need to figure out how much 3 gifts cost, you can do 2 things. You could first do repeated addition, 6.38 plus 6.38 plus 6.38, or you can multiply. So if you multiply, you could use the area model. You can also do the standard algorithm. So let's go ahead and just do that since Ms. Markham already did the area model for us. Let's go ahead and just solve it. So just to make sure. So we have 6.38 and we're timesing that by 3. So 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 3 is 9, 10, 11. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 1 would be 19. So Miss Harris bought $19.14 worth of gifts for her kids. And that is shown right here. Okay, if you did it using the area model, you got the exact same answer. Our decimals are in the same spot because tenths, it should be in the hundredths because 38 was in the hundredths position. And then once you get this answer, we're still not done. Once she needs to have some money, does she have enough to buy gum? So you're going to take the $30 like over here, which Miss Markham did. Oh, and she subtracted that. And she subtracted her $30 from this new total. That new total is how much gifts she bought. So once you do that, you're going to do 30 minus 1914. And remember, your first 0 becomes a 10, the other zeros become 9, and then your 3 will become a 2. So then when you subtract, she has $10.86 left. I'm pretty sure she has enough for a gum because gum is like $1. So hopefully Miss Harris can get that gum. There's 2 more problems. This one says estimation. So estimation, they don't want you to solve it. They just want you to estimate it. So if we look at this 3, next door, I'm going to try to draw an arrow, it's a 1. If it is above 5, you're going to round up. If it's 4 or below, it's going to stay the same. Okay, so 5, round up, 4, stay the same. The number right next to the 3 is a 1. So what we're going to do is just leave it a 3. If it was a 5, 3.54, you would round it up. So that 3 would become a 4. If you're really struggling with rounding, you should watch that Math Antics video. It is really good, and it helps you understand why rounding is so important. We're just going to keep our 8 because it already is a whole number. So 3 times 8 is 24. So what you should be thinking, 2,512 is not even close to 24. 2 is not close to 24. It's like $2, $24. Not really close. $25 is pretty close, but let's just look at our last option, which is $251. And I like to think with money because it just helps you know the difference and how close things are. $251 is not close to $24. So the answer is 25.12. And let's just go ahead and solve it. I know it says estimate, but if you need extra practice, this would be a good chance to get that. So we're going to do 3.14, and we're going to multiply it by 8. So 4 times 8 is 32. 8 times 1 is 8, 9, 10, 11. Carry that 1. 3 times 8 is 24, 25. My decimal is in the tenths, hundredths, 2 spots after. So tenths, hundredths, decimal would go right there. So it's 25.12, and that is the exact answer we circled. And then for the final question, let me scroll back over. It says 4 times 4.003. This 4 is going to stay a 4 because it's already a whole number. We're just rounding to the nearest whole number. So we're going to keep that a 4. So if we remember the rounding rule, it said 5 or above, we round up. 4 or below, we stay the same. There's a 0 right next to that 4, so we're going to stay the same. So that's why it's a 4. Okay? 4 times 4 is 16. So then we look at our choices. We have 16, which is right on the dot. $1, $16, not close. 160, not close to 16. And then 16,000. That's like buying a new car. I cannot buy a new car with $16. So use that reasoning skill to help you. And it should be helping you because you really need to practice that. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and just try to solve this since we're getting extra practice. So 4.003 times 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry your 1. 4 times 0, I saw a lot of errors on this. It's not 1 times 4, so it's 4 times 0. It's going to be 0 plus 1. So the answer is not 5 there. Okay, you're not doing 4 times 0 is 4 plus 1 is 5. It's 0 times 4. Anything times 0 is 0. 4 times 0, 0. 4 times 4, 16. Now this one's a little bit tricky. We have a lot more digits than we've had in the past. So we have tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So now we need this number to be in the thousands place. So if we count backwards 3, 1, 2, 3, because there's 3 digits in the thousands, our decimal is going to go right there. Let's double check it. 0 would be in the tenths, the 1 would be in the hundredths, and the 2 would be in the thousands. I hope this review was very helpful. If you have any questions, just ask on Google Classroom or before the progress check tomorrow. Have fun studying!